Hey everybody, it's Greg back to here, and in this video we're going to have a closer look at the brand new Godox SZ150R COB light. Now it's both a multicolor light and you can also use it for white light. So it goes from 2800 all the way up to 6500. Now I found that at 3200 it's slightly more accurate than say 5600 around daylight, but we'll get more into that in this video as we continue. Anyway, let's get right into this video and go over some of the specs. Alright, so some of the things I like about this light is it has zero fan noise up to 35%. So right now, I'm shooting this video on the Sony a7S III at 50 frames per second, ISO 640 at f2.8, and this is only at 2%. So 2% power, and I'm able to light this video. So I don't even have to worry about the fan noise because that doesn't kick in until over 35%. Now I measured with my light meter, and at 35%, just before the fan kicks in, you can even get f5.6 at 50 frames per second at ISO 640. So plenty of light as far as shooting your videos. So I've just got a Godox softbox here. It's about 36 inches. You can see it's a nice soft quality of light. Now you can also beam this light from 20 to 65 with a hard reflector. So if you want to use this for photography, you can do that as well. So I metered this, and again too, this is perfect if you want to shoot at about a shutter speed of 160 at an ISO of 100. You can easily shoot at f2.8, and if you want a little bit more light, then you can slower your shutter speed. If you're using a tripod, geez, you can get easily 5.6. So you can use this light for photography and for videography and for filmmaking because it has 13 special effects, which we'll go through in this video in just a moment. But anyway, I'm pretty impressed with this light. The zoomable feature, how that really works is if you're using the zoom reflector, you can really create some hard light effects for both your videos and for photography. And then, like I said, if you want to have a softer quality of light like you're seeing now, then you can just use the softbox. Now this comes with a Bowens S mount, so you can get Godox softboxes that match this at a very affordable price. I already have one because I use the Godox strobe when I do my photography out in bright sunlight. You can see it behind me there. I've got a review and some footage that I've shot. I'll put a link to that down below. Maybe I'll have it pop up. But I use the Godox AD600 Pro when I'm out shooting high-speed sync for my photography, so I already had the Godox softbox, which was very affordable. But you can use third-party softboxes and lighting modifiers as well, as long as they have a Bowens S mount. So this makes it very flexible as far as getting different modifiers at different price points if you don't want to go with their brand. But anyway, I'm pretty satisfied with this. This is going to be my new main key light. It's very versatile. I'm going to go through some of the different special effects in this video, then we'll go through some of the different colors and some of the different uses. So let's go through that right now. Now, another cool feature I find about this is it has an app. So this comes on iOS or Android, and you're able to control the light from your seating position. So I have white balance for 3200. It's a little slightly more accurate at 3200 than 5600, although it has a 97 CRI rating. But I'll link to another video below this where there's some more technical tests that show that it's slightly more accurate 3200, so I chose to go with that. Another cool thing about that is if you have any daylight coming into the room, if you set your main key light to 3200, then the natural light's going to have a bit more of a blue hue, and you can sort of get a little blue in the background, and that's just without using two lights. You can get away with just one. Now, one cool feature about this is you can adjust the magenta or the green once you've set your light. So I'm at 3200. Now some cameras may have a little bit of a green tint to their color science, or maybe a little more magenta. So if you get into post and your skin doesn't look all that great, you can't always fix that in post. So here's where this is really cool. I can adjust this just with my phone. So I'm going more towards green right now. You should see some change in my skin tone. And now I'm going more magenta. So I'm just going to go at about +2 green and see how that looks, because my skin tone's a little more reddish, so that might help me look a little more normal. But anyway, I can adjust all these parameters on my phone. And like I said, I'm only at 2% at f2.8. So what I can do is I can go right up to 35 without the fan kicking in. So you can see here I'm at about 34. Now, if you don't mind the fan noise, if your camera's not right by the light, then the fan noise isn't really that loud anyway, I found. It's not that loud at all. But if you need more light for video, definitely I wouldn't be concerned about the fan noise. It's very minimal, but like I said, you can get plenty of light without the fan noise. And if you're doing photography, well, you can just crank this to 100% because obviously the sound doesn't matter that much. It's not very loud, but a lot of really cool features too. And like I said, it's all controllable from this app. So if I go back, I'll show you some of the things that you can do. I'll just show you the app really quickly here. I'll just let you zoom in on it there. Hopefully that focused. You can see this is the app, and I can control basically the brightness of the light, the green or magenta tint. Then I've got also HSI, which I can just drag this around and change the colors. So you can see here I'm more of a blue. It's got 36,000 different colors. And you can see I could just go through here. Now this would be more, I would think, if you're shooting music videos and you really want to create some lighting effects. If you had one or two of these lights, you could have a lot really going on with this. So I'm just going to go back and try to get some normal white light. There, I'm going to go back. I just went to CCT, and then I'm back at what I was before. So you've got full control here. Also, too, you have your effects. Now you can control the effects at the back panel of the light, but you can also control them from the phone app as well. So I'm just going to switch to lightning, and that just gives you like a lightning effect every now and then. So this would be good if you were a filmmaker and maybe you put this light outside a window, say, and it simulates that, stormy effect. You can also have fire. So let's say you were doing kind of like a fireplace scene in a living room. You also have a candle. So if you tried to create that kind of romantic dinner look, you could do that. You've got fireworks. So that could come in handy. That's a handy effect. You also have flash. So if you want to simulate that you were doing a photo shoot, for example, say in a video, you could easily do that. Now you've got police car in this too. So you could create that sort of police car effect in a video. You've got fire truck, and that's, useful as a filmmaker. I think these are very cool. Now you can also adjust the speed and the intensity of these lights as well with the app. Here's an ambulance, and we also have SOS. And so that's pretty cool. I mean, to have all of these different effects. Now, I showed you the HSI, but also we have the color field, which again, I can just sort of move around as well, just with this app. So 36,000 colors to choose from. It's a dimmable light from 0 to 100. Like I said, after 35, the fan kicks in. Not very loud at all, though. I wasn't really annoyed by that. And like I said, I've got this at 2% at f2.8. So that's a little bit brighter, but I'll just lower it down. So I've got it about 2%. So that's 2% at f2.8. It's my new main key light. This is 3200 tungsten. I did the little green shift to the right, but yeah, I'm pretty impressed. Like I said, I'm going to use this as my new main key light. I've got a couple of different softboxes from my photography that will fit on this light too, so that's super cool. And it doesn't come with a battery solution. It has an AC adapter which straps to your light stand, which is pretty cool. But you could use a portable battery pack to run this. I've got like one that I've got from, I use in my photography, but if you're using constant lights, the battery packs don't last as long as they would, say, if you were using flash in a battery pack, but that's just one thing to think about. But anyway, if you have any comments or questions about this light, you can just post them down below, and I'll be checking those pretty much every day. And if you like this video, you found it helpful, hit that like button. Also, if you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. I've got a bunch of videos coming out in the next couple of weeks. Some about the Sony a7S III, some about Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. So if you own either of those cameras or you're thinking about purchasing one or the other, then make sure you subscribe so you don't miss those videos. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Like I said, you got any comments or questions, post them down below. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.